I'm having a tough emotional time right now because I've tried to film this like 3 times and I just hate everything about it. I hate the way I look. I hate the way I sound. I hate that I can't get to the point. It's just a very hateful day towards myself right now, and it's kind of been this way all day, which is probably why I've spent most of today just in bed or sitting at my desk watching shows. Because everything frustrates me right now. What I really want to do right now is like crawl in a hole and die, but like besides that, I just feel frustrated. I am not happy with the way I look. I'm not happy with the way I sound. I'm not happy with anything right now. I'm gonna get started on making dinner, and I'm gonna get excited about that because we're having a chili lime steak tacos. My boyfriend's here. So that'll be fun. Let's go cook. Good morning, everyone. So it is, oh my god, it's Sunday, right? I think it's Sunday. And it's like around 11:30 in the morning. My hands is so tired from holding this shit. Wow. And yesterday was a really bad mental health day for me. I was frustrated by a lot of things, little things too, like that I shouldn't be frustrated over, and then I was just having some like mild panic attacks, and it just wasn't a good night. And it's just so weird because I feel like I had a really good week, and then last night happened and it just, I don't know, it was a rough one. The plan today is homework. It's not even like hardcore homework. A lot of this semester for me is just going to be a lot of reading. I am TAing a class this semester, whatever Canadians call it, term. I am TAing, so I kind of feel like I want to, I mean, I should, right? I should be reading what the students are reading as well, so I can help them better if they have any questions on the material. Today's all about positive mental health. So for that reason, I'm gonna make strawberry waffles, and I'm also going to put some real strawberries on it. And then I'm going to play Overwatch for a bit. Because that's what you need to do, right? When you need a positive mental health day. You eat comfort food and play some video games. So, that's the plan for now. We'll check in later. Bye! Okay, so it is 4:33. I had a little lunch. I had some sweet potato fries, but now I want to try making a smoothie. I recently went out and bought a blender, and it looks really fancy, and I'm scared to use it, but we're going to use it because I want a smoothie. Went to the market and got some of these, so let's try it. I'm just going to add, I usually I eyeball it, and I'm like however much I want to be put in there. This is what's in there. A little bit of milk. To help blend it. And this is the finished product. A little bit more on the chunkier side than I would think, or that I would want, but still pretty good. This is my little outfit of the day. And look, sweatpants. Oh, if my mama could see me right now, she would tell me to change. Just some pizza and Netflix. Baking shows are our favorite. Sorry, I know you don't want me to film you. I just wanted to pop in really quick because I have a cup of ranch, and if the person that I think is watching this, apparently asking for ranch, like a side of ranch, is uncommon here. I go to McDonald's and I can't even ask for ranch with my nuggies because they look at you like, are you okay? A girl just wants ranch. We're going on an adventure to the dollar store. He's not amused by me. Okay. What did you find? Okay, thanks. I can't right now. Can't. Take it! On this episode of My Boyfriend Drives Like a Grandma. Why do you have to do that? No! Put that window back up. I can already feel my hands.
Put it to cold.
No! It's the cops, act natural. Get out of the way, I got money to spend. Of course, when I start filming, it's when we're going through like the completely trash aisle, like candies and sodas and chips. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, hi. I'm a vlogger from Los Angeles. What up? Please subscribe. Like you knew. I need coffee creamer. Southern butter pecan, classic cinnamon roll, caramel macchiato, French vanilla. I think I'm just gonna go with good old French vanilla.
You can't feel them.
Sparkles. Oh, you can't feel them. Do you get the one with balls? Or the blue one? A pom-pom plush throw.
These are the ones.
$6, right? I mean, yeah, they're warm. Yep, that's all we need when it's just for studio space. Okay, onward. Yo, I've really sucked at vlogging lately. Quality content. So it's 2 in the morning right now. Don't ask me why I'm up. Don't ask me why I'm not in bed. Don't ask me when I'm going to bed. Don't ask me why my sleep schedule's ruined. And we're about to bake cookies. So we have some interesting cookies to bake today. We're making I forgot where it was. Oh yeah. Sugar cookies with a strawberry flavored chip. I'm just greasing it like this because it was too hard with a spoon. Alright, and then we just put them on there like that. Now it does say 12 big cookies, so I'm worried that they're just gonna like cook into each other. But if that's the case, then you just get one big cookie cake. Whatever. Alright. Oven is ready. So while that is cooking, I'm gonna play some video games at 2:30 in the morning. I'm living my best life. Oh my. Well, that one looks a little meh, but they look good. It's actually pretty good. It's sweet, but not too sweet. Strawberry better than chocolate.
How could they be so lucky? I have done best. I have actually done. How could they be so lucky?
Flattering angles here. That's all I know how to do. So hi everyone. I feel like it's been a long time since I've sat in front of the camera and filmed anything. So for that, I'm sorry. I feel like this week was rough. Okay, can I be completely honest with you? This week was garbage. I have depression, and it's a weird battle that I'm constantly fighting. Depression is not something that is often easily definable, but it's often defined by how you deal with it. I was just in terrible moods all week, and honestly, I would wake up in the morning and feel frustrated or pissed off, and I'd have no idea why. And I'm sure it sets off from like little things, like maybe I'm just not a morning person, so morning person plus angry depression feelings, and suddenly it's amplified and I'm the bitchiest person in the world. I tried to describe it to my boyfriend yesterday because I noticed that when I was in my moods and I would say, I'm feeling this today, and his immediate response is to say, why? Trying to figure out why that question bothered me so much and why it got such a strong reaction from me. I don't know why, and that I want to know why, and that's the hardest struggle for me, I think, is feeling a certain way, a strong way, and not knowing why you feel that way. That's part of it. The second part of it is you feel a certain way, but you don't want to feel that certain way. And no matter what you do to distract yourself or to get yourself or try to remove yourself from that feeling, it comes back. Like it's, and I think that's kind of what I mean with constant struggle, right? Like if I'm frustrated right now and I find a way to alleviate that frustration, but it's still there under the surface, and I know that one wrong move and it's going to come back. And I think that I've never felt so trapped in that feeling before. I'm a person that likes to have, not like obsessive control over things, but I'm the type of person that's like, I make lists and I make plans, and if there's a big event coming up, then I need to plan accordingly for it, and I need to make sure everything is right. And having depression, I feel like, takes away a lot of my control, right? Because I feel a certain way and I don't want to feel that way, and I kind of don't really have control over when that feeling comes, when it leaves, and when it comes back. This week was really rough, and this week sucked so much, and my depression was at an all-time high this week. And it's such a spiral. Like, it starts with like, you know what? I'm pissed off that we don't have bagels in this house. And then it spirals down to, you know what? I'm pissed off that there's trash on the floor. I'm pissed off that we haven't swept yet. I'm pissed off that there's dishes in the sink. And then it spirals to, man, I miss my life at home. I miss my room. I miss my family. I miss the feeling of me. I miss my car, the freedom to go where I wanted to, and not that to say that I can't do those things here, but it just feels so much more limited. Such a feeling of alone, like I'm not alone. But when you think about it, you go from taking your life from, oh, I gotta sneeze. You go from a life with friends and family and a job and your bubble, right? This is you. This is your life. And then you basically just take a needle and pop it and just, you get rid of it all. And yes, I have my partner here and his family, but it's different. Like, they're my family, but they're also not my family. And customs are different, you know, cultures are different. And, you know, so sometimes I find that the way I do things, like a lot of the things that I used to do and the way that I used to do them, I feel like I've had to let those things go for the sake of, well, I'm here and I'm not with my family. Like, it's so weird to explain because I don't want it to come off negatively. Like, it has its pros and cons, right? Like everything does. I'm grateful that I have people willing to include me, I think is the huge part, right? Just inclusion. But that doesn't remove, and I want to do this without crying, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I am here without my family. I'm here without the people that I've been around my entire life, you know, like yesterday, and I had this whole cry fest with my mom, so it's fine. We were having this conversation about this idea of home. What is a home, you know? And it sounds like such a silly and obvious answer, right? Like, your home is where the heart is, or like, you know, home is where your family is, but I don't think you really grasp that meaning or that, like, what that implies until you remove yourself from it. And to me, home is where I've spent the last 24 years of my life, which was in California. I was scared to fail, and I think that's always been my fear, and no matter anything that I do in life, is that I'm afraid of failure. Oh God. Sometimes it's hard to admit that, right? Because sometimes I feel in the admission of it that I am failing. But so far I have not failed. And that's the positive I want to look at. And sometimes it's easy to get overwhelmed by that sensation of failure and the fear of it. But to combat that, I have to learn to take things day by day. You know, yes, the long term is something you should keep an eye out for and be thinking of, but it shouldn't consume your thoughts, because that's how that fear prevents you from doing anything, really. It prevents you from doing what you want to do. It prevents you from doing your best because you're so concerned with how you are going to fail and do the worst. Some days I'm going to cry. Some days I'm going to laugh. And I have to be ready for whatever is going to happen that day, whether it's a cry day or it's a happy day. And so I'm sorry that this week's video is kind of on the sadder side and there's not a lot that I did, but it was a really tough week for me. Shout outs to my mom for answering my phone call and having a chat with me and letting me cry and stay positive, or you got this, you can do it. You go to mama, right? And mama comes and hits you with this wisdom and you're like, damn, no one can hit me with that kind of wisdom the way mom can. That usually entails a lot more crying, but I'm from the Corona family, so we're criers. That's going to be the end of this week's video. The sun is out today, so I may go for a walk. I saw from the comments you guys want videos from the classroom. I will try for privacy reasons. I mean, these kids, you know, like it's not my place to bust out a camera in the middle of class. But for my other graduate class, my like discussion class, I'm sure they'd be fine if I pulled out a camera. I'll try to film from that class. And then also a house tour, which I was like, I don't know if anyone wants a house tour. My house is kind of in a perpetual state of messiness constantly, and I just try to clean as much as I can. If you guys want to see a house tour, go ahead and thumbs up this video. I'm becoming like all the other YouTubers. But yeah, like this video or comment below. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you guys want to see. And just some thoughts. Let's have a discussion. Bye!